Hi, Leo. The Ivy Phoenix here. I hope that you all are doing well. The randomness of me needing to stretch. Um, let's just jump right on in. Like I felt very comfortable before, and so the tense feeling is it's for you. It's for you. Let's see what's going on with Leo. I have to say, this may be that video that hits home for a lot of you. Six of Cups. So there's something about the past. What about it? Two of Wands. Are you wondering if you took the right direction? Are you looking back over some of the choices that you've made, Leo? Regret isn't something that you usually. Five of Cups. Okay, so you're doing a lot of emotional evaluation. The High Priestess. Huh. I just heard, if I knew then what I know now, then what? Would you have made a different choice? Ah! Get out. Get out. We're going to take that again, okay? Would you have made a different choice? Like being honest with yourself. If you were faced with the exact same situation in the exact same way that it was presented to you, would you have done anything differently? So why is it taking up space in your life right now? You know, there has been a lot, I think, of moments for you, Leos, in, I want to say about the last year. Like, maybe a little bit before that. Because I know when you were in the North Node space, the spotlight was on you, but I think that spotlight allowed for you to be a lot more vulnerable than you probably have been in the past. People bow down to the crown. It's not typically the other way around. And yet, Leos, I really do think that you were finding this space of realizing how you were the architect of some of the disappointments, a lot of the disappointments that you were dealing with at the time. And now that you have learned that lesson, or now that it seems as if situations are forcing you to continue forward with that lesson, these reevaluation periods are happening more and more and more. But I think that they were kind of always there. It's just that before, I think you utilize that regalness about you to just be like, but I don't need to deal with this. I have paid people for this. I have this person for this, or go ask this. You were able to dictate. That's not the word I'm looking for. Delegate. I'm sorry. There we go. You were able to delegate it elsewhere, and now it's just like it's happened so much that you're forced to deal with it, and so there's some happened again, but I saw it. See, it's just chaotic. This way of life, it feels chaotic for you. I don't know if I feel comfortable necessarily showing the bottom of the deck, because of the way the cards just sprawled out again. But right now we have here the lovers. I've had to put a disclaimer into everyone's videos because usually I'm able to pick up on if it's a romantic relationship, a friendship in particular, work, whatever, who is bringing forth the energy between people, but I can't this month. And I think that's because of those type of titles, that those types of connections are all intertwining with each other. Okay. So we have the Six of Cups. We have the Two of Wands, and I feel it very strongly. There's something in the past that you are deliberating over right now, and turning over and over and over to understand if you made the right choice. And I do pose the question again to you: would you have done anything differently? And you're saying if I knew then what I know now, but what does that matter? Because you were presented with what you needed at the time to make a specific choice, and you did just that. So why are you living in this space of disappointment? Why are you hovering over and dwelling over more so, this this spilled milk, or potentially this missed opportunity? Because what do we know that if something is meant to be, it is going to find a way. And this, you've learned this, you have been dealing with this for the last several months. So, and I maybe even want to, stretch that out to a year or two. You have been learning to trust yourself, Leos, to trust how you feel, to let other people really know how you feel, instead of constantly carrying it, or instead of having that switch in your mind when something happens, to be like, but wait, did they really just do that? They don't. It's always about a loyalty test when it comes to you, Leos. And sometimes I don't think people, or you have to know that people don't always get it in the way that you're throwing it out there. It's not fair to uphold these people to these standards, and yet you have yet to share that part of yourself with them. At least give somebody, that's what you want me to say. At least give somebody the rope to hang themselves. You know what I mean? Not thinking that they're hanging themselves and they have no clue. Don't hold somebody to a certain standard that they don't even know they're being held to. So this Five of Swords is the mental anguish that you're putting yourself through. Okay. Um, who had it? Okay. So I was gonna try and say who had. It's possibly Aries. Maybe Gemini. Gemini's who I wanted to say first. So I don't know if that means anything to any of you that are watching this, but the Five of Swords is the swords energy right now. Just seems as if that those are choices that you're making to put yourself through this mental anguish, to put yourself through these mental spaces. Again, this tension that I'm feeling, like, golly, Jesus, if you guys want to invest in some massages, you might need to start, because I don't like that. Sorry, I do not like that. Um, but yeah, this Five of Swords energy, it's just as if you're, the way I'm seeing this is you're deliberately, by choice, volunteering to constantly carry this stuff with you right now when it's meant to be released. So release it. And the word defeat here, I don't feel necessarily that you feel defeated per se. Leo, never. Maybe down, but I'm never going to be out. That's what I'm thinking for you. But you have to make the choices to carry these things, because you're grabbing it, you're getting it. You're doing the acts that are pulling that sword to where you want to take it. But for what though? Like, you're sitting up there asking yourself, if I knew then what I know now, but now you do. And yet you keep reminiscing over these things that you really think that you would have done differently, and more than likely you wouldn't have, Leo. So take this for what it is at this very moment. Deal with what is on the table right now, and then get to the bottom of that. But trying to sit up there and figure out how you possibly could have avoided this or any of that, you stop. It's not even about avoiding it. There's a lesson in it all. There's a lesson in it all. This year has hit all of us hard, hard. And I'm not even just talking about COVID and the pandemic. I'm talking about the craziness that has, okay, I just saw something pop up on the screen, but it has been the craziness of everything changing, us really dealing with the problems of this planet head on. And so I feel like your energy could definitely be utilized in a more efficient way than on this. But you're going to have to decide that for yourself, Leo, okay? You're going to have to figure that out. I'm just the messenger. Okay, so I am actually going to be pulling. See, you're getting beside yourself again. Um, I'm actually pulling two oracle messages for this month. One of them is going to be the message itself, and the other one is going to be the planetary energy, the astrological energy that I really do think signs need um, to utilize over the next few weeks. Okay. Oh, I just felt like my heart skip a beat. So it's possible that this has to do. I told y'all I can't pinpoint on whether this is love or what, but choosing your path, all is possible. And you got another one, crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and what was I saying? Releasing. Woo. Bottom of the deck energy, distant thunder, clear the air. I mean, need I say more? I don't think so. Void, of course, moon missing. Neptune, sacrifice. You're not missing anything. Whatever you think, like I said, if you would have been able to choose things differently, I don't think that you would have. Now, sacrifice here is actually interesting to me because I don't know if for you, Leos, the vulnerability that you are being required to have, I don't know if you feel like that's a sacrifice. I can attest, I can empathize with you when it comes to being vulnerable. And I was actually telling my wonderful loved one that this months ago when I had this message come through one night about vulnerability. And vulnerability, it isn't a bad thing. We do place this negative connotation to it, but it's only because we are so afraid of letting somebody know us as deep as we know ourselves. But that's exactly what we're looking for in every connection, from friends to love to family. We want to feel accepted for exactly who we are. And yet, when it comes to us being vulnerable and to letting them in, we cower from it. Why? Why? And yeah, it has to do with trust, it has to do with fear. Yes. But how contradictory is that? That's exactly what we want. It's exactly what we crave. And yet, when we are faced with the opportunity to be vulnerable, 9 times out of 10, we choose not to be. So that's what I get with this sacrifice card, is that vulnerability for some of you Leos, the people, the Leos out there that this is resonating with. You feel like it's a sacrifice, and I think that you need to change your perception about that. You need to change the way that you are relating, sharing yourself, sharing your true feelings with other people. Because probably, one, the people that you may be sharing it with and that you're scared are not going to accept you, maybe those aren't your people. But the people who you do share it with and who support you in it, those are. So that's your message. Ivy Phoenix here. I absolutely love you, adore you, and all of that stuff. If you want something more specific to your situation, feel free to email me for a reading, the ivyphoenixguidance@gmail.com. Join the Fire family on all the social media networks. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's Twitter, that's here on YouTube. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all again next time.